What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. Back in the building, and we're talking about draft picks once again and undrafted players. Go through the tape. We've already talked about the third round steal, in my opinion. Number 88 pick, Jalen Tolbert, receiver out of South Alabama. I really like that pick. It was a sneaky pick. He's a silky smooth receiver. I think he's going to be a great addition for the Cowboys in the receiver room. Also did a video on Freifogel, another slippy receiver from Indiana. Was undrafted. Didn't have the greatest 2021 season, but back 2020 was looking real nice. Was kind of on the radar as one of the top better receivers. So for the Cowboys to get him undrafted for the player that he is, I thought it was a great value pick up in the undrafted ranks. Probably's got to add on that special teams to really get on the field. But if he can do that, there might be some hope for him because there's not a lot of receivers in that receiver room. Then when we talk about Aaron Hansford as another linebacker that was undrafted out of Texas A&M. Anthony Hines was drafted the year before him, and I think the Cowboys had a plan with him, but he got injured. If you look at Hansford, he's kind of like the same body type and player. Dallas does have some voids in the linebacker core. Obviously, you have Michael Parsons. You have LVE coming back on a one-year deal. Luke Gifford, but he's been more of a special teams guy. And then you have Jabril Cox, who putting a lot of stock into him. You saw a lot of trending up for him, but there's still areas and room for the linebackers. They drafted a linebacker, Harper, out of Oklahoma State in the 6th round. So there is going to be room out there. So if you check out the Hansford tape, we'll see what he can do. I like his athletic ability. And if he can definitely play some special teams, he may get on the field. Who knows? But a player we're going to talk about right now is Damone Clark, a linebacker out of LSU. The biggest thing about Damone Clark is he had the spinal fusion surgery. So for a herniated disc that they found out when he was at the NFL Combine. So that's the biggest really knock on him right now, and that's the reason why he dropped so far in the draft the way he did. I think the thing that I'm excited about, the funny thing is, when we did the draft, we actually had me, Boss Cowboys. He said, "Go ahead and get Clark. Go ahead and get Clark." And I was like, man, I'm worried about that injury stuff. The neck, herniated disc, necks. You already had it with LVE. Anytime you play linebacker, I'm always worried about something like that. But for the value, you got him in the 5th round, and he's expected to get a full recovery. We're going to really kind of read about that right now. Let's see over here. Pull it up. It shows right here, Dallas Cowboys like LSU players for real, and they like hurt players. That's for sure. They need linebackers. They demonstrated historical willingness to draft injury-risk players. That's for sure. And now comes along LSU linebacker Damone Clark, and if the Dallas Cowboys select him, which they did, it will have to be willing to wait on his potential. Clark is expected to undergo spinal fusion surgery to repair a herniated disc. MRI revealed the issue earlier this month at the NFL Combine. But if you see what this dude right here brought to the table, I just want to show you this part right here. It's reported Clark is likely to miss the 2022 season, but is expected to make a full recovery at the start of 2023. Multiple scouts believe the 6'3", 240-pound defender would have been a second-round pick prior to the injury. So for where the Cowboys got him, but the Cowboys love doing this. They love getting those injury-type players. They like getting those players that they can kind of get a deal off maybe later on. And this is a situation with Clark as well. But looking at his stats this past year, this is why you would take a gamble on him, especially if you feel like he's going to have a great recovery. Number one, 122 tackles this past season, 6 sacks, 1 interception. And then when we go to the measurables right here, he fits right into the measurables, 6'2 and a half, 240 pounds. That's the type of linebacker they like having in the building. 33-inch arms, so he's got the length. Hands are a decent size. Look at the grade that they gave him. You saw what he did at the Combine, 4.57, not bad. 36-inch vertical, not bad at all. But I think the biggest thing when we're going to talk about him before we jump into the tape is what they said about him is that he is what we call a model citizen. He is a guy that is a guy that you want to look up to. Here's something I was just reading on here. You know, he played with Patrick Queen. He played with Patrick Queen and Kayvon Chasen. You played with Jabril Cox last year. They switched him to the number 18 because, and just reading this, when you switch to the number 18 with the LSU, it says it honors the player who displays the selfless attitude that has become the epitome of being an LSU player. So basically, it's an honor kind of to wear that jersey, number 18, and you saw what he did there. Like I said, 135 tackles this past season altogether, led the Tigers at 15.5 tackles for loss, 5.5, 6 sacks, 1 intercepted, 3 other broken up, and 2 forced fumbles on 12 starts. And it was projected, you know, before the injury, second or third round, could have slid in the first. I actually got to see him at the NFL. I'm sorry, not at the Combine, but I got to see him at the Senior Bowl, and I got to see him play with my guy Channing Tindall, and he looked really good in that game. And shout out to Jay Lombardi, because he's the one that put me on to him more than anybody else. So shout out to him for putting me on. But just some of the things that you really like about, as we get to the tape, some of the things that you really like about Damone Clark. Like I said, the athletic ability. He's long, he's rangy, exceptional football character. He's always moving. He's the type of linebacker that stays on his toes. So when he's always staying on the front of his toes, that means he's always ready. He's always be able to move at the drop of a dime. That's what I like. His feet are never in the ground, like his feet are never in the sand. His feet are active. He's an active type linebacker. Does get fooled a little bit on the misdirections, but I think he has a good enough instincts and an instinctual ability to really be a good linebacker. You already have a Jabril Cox, who's a 6'3", 240 pounds. They're both the same size. They're both rangy. They both play with each other. Like I said, he played with Patrick Queen. What's the other guy? Devin. The other kid, he's over at, I think, Pittsburgh right now. Play with really good linebackers. You see what he brings to the table. And then let's jump in the tape. This is against LSU. This is a 12-tackle game. But as you see him right here, number 18, like I said, he's always seems like he's involved in the play, and I love the speed that he brings. And he comes downhill, athletic like no other. And I think once he gets off of that injury, and then you add a Micah and a Jabril Cox, and then this kid, you're feeling real good about your linebacking core in the future. As you can see him right here, coming down the line, take on the block, sheds the block, gets in there for the tackle. I like that. As you can see right here, here he is at the top of the screen. He's in that middle of the screen, flowing to the ball, takes on that block. Now, you see that he makes the cut inside, but takes on that block. After he takes on that block, makes the play. I like how active he is. He's very active in this game. He was all around the plays, and that's what I liked about him. And like I said, once my guy Jay Lombardi told me about him, I jumped on him quickly, and you could see why Jay was telling me about him, and you can see why these scouts were excited about him, and you can even see why Cowboys excited to get him in the 5th round, especially if he makes a full recovery, because you got another steal like you got in Jabril Cox. Here's another play where he comes in and makes the play. We'll see it from the backside. Here you see him right here. Watch how he flows to the ball. Like I said, he's a very active linebacker, long, rangy, and he can drop in coverage for you. You can play the pass. You can see him run with tight ends. He can run with running backs. That's what you want in these linebackers in 2022 and beyond. Guys that are versatile, guys that can jump on a tight end, can hit a running back out the flats, can even go with a receiver if necessary. Those are the type of linebackers that you need. And what you have right now in the linebacker room is players that can do that with the Cowboys. So you can see some kind of excitement right here, but you can see, watch this play. Watch him flow to the ball. Out there talking, boom. Watch him flow. I like that. like I said, he's always around the ball. I think that's what I would like about this kid. He's always around the ball. He's a leader. People will follow him. He gives good instruction. Looks like he can probably maybe wear a green dot because people follow him. I was constantly seeing him out there giving instruction out there, and people followed him on the field. That's what you want. You can see him right here, directing traffic, flowing to the ball. You see him right here, flowing to the ball, getting off the block of the play. Getting up, gets knocked down a little bit, but still in there to make the tackle. I like that. You can see him again right here. There's a couple plays where I really want to show you his athletic ability to really kind of top off what we're talking about with Damone Clark. But you see right here. Takes the snap, already seeing the play. He's going to take on this block. Gets off that block enough, in there on the play. And here comes another play. Where he's instinctual enough to break in on this coverage on the play. Here you go, see him right here. Watch this play right here. Directing traffic. Goes a little bit for the play fake. But watch how he recovers. So he went for the play fake, but look at the good recovery. Coming back from that, still in there to make that tackle. I like that. Might get fooled on misdirection, but he's athletic enough to make up for it. And that's what you want about a linebacker. Some people might get fooled, but they might not be able to be athletic to be able to come back and make that play. He can. Let's see what he's talking about right here. See this play? Yeah, this is where he drops in coverage. I think this is where they get the sack, but I like how he's able to drop in coverage. He's able to cover guys for you. You see him out of the screen. And let's kind of rewind that part so you can see him. He drops in coverage because you want to be able to see that. Here he is right here. Got 3-man right here. He's probably taking that inside. See how he can flow, and they do them drills at that combine. You can see right here, good coverage. But this is what got me excited now. I think it's the Greg Dulcich kid, the tight end from UCLA. But man, watch this play, dog. This is probably one of the best plays I've seen on the tape. This is crazy. Here we are right here. So it's a great play fake and a great play call by UCLA. They get totally faked out, but watch this make a speed by this dude is crazy. And the give up. Tight end breaks out, boom. Beat. Here you see Damone Clark right here. Watch how he doesn't give up on this play. Dude scores the touchdown, but he could have gave up. Look at this. I'm gonna let you watch it. Look at his closing speed. That's him the whole way. Yeah, he scores the touchdown. But dude, did you see that? Yeah, he got the touchdown. But did you see that? Look how far he had the gap on him. Look at that gap that he had on him. And even when he caught it, yeah, dude slowed him down because he stopped right quick. But look at that. That's the kind of players I want on my team. That's kind of guys I want on my team that are not going to quit. They're going to go all the way, finish that play all the way through. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they got the touchdown, but he finished that play. And that's what I'm going to remember about the tape. about him, that he doesn't give up. He's always going to keep going 100%. And those type of people that you want on your team when you're moving forward. And you can see it from his backside right here. Boom. See the play fake, gets faked on that. But watch him. Hawk him down. Love to see that. I see he's over there talking to his guys. Get into play, man. So watch a couple of other plays right here before we end it out of here. This Damone Clark. I like the kid, another LSU guy. Like you said, the Cowboys like these LSU players, especially on the back end, linebackers, positional players like cornerbacks. But it's starting to become a little hotbed, LSU is. But you know, they have Marcus Spears, those type of guys before, so it's nothing new. LSU puts out good players. And shout out to my cuz. He's headed to LSU. Defensive back, he'll be out there. And he's switching to safety. You know, Jamal Adams, Honey Badger. Hopefully he can carve his name. And we're watching LSU right here. Hopefully in a few years I'll be breaking down his tape. That'll be something pretty awesome to talk about right there while we're talking about LSU. The selfish plug. Ryan Yates, go check him out. 4-star recruit. Safety going to be out there in the 2024 LSU backfield. Make sure you check him out. But look, watching some more Damone Clark right here as he jumps in and busts in on that play. And you can see him right here. Fights through the trash. Let him sift through the trash. Take on the block. Make the tackle. Let me see what we're looking at right here. Look how you see how that instincts got small, got skinny through that hole. Boom, makes the play. And we kind of entered. I think he got a coverage sack right here. I like how he played in coverage because it shows he can drop in coverage, and that's what you really like about your linebackers. And you need nowadays. You need your guys to be able to drop in coverage. Flow, boom, boom, make the play. Love to see it. So, hey, I'm excited what this kid brings to the table. They got him in the 5th round, so you're not killing yourself as far as, oh, you spent a premium pick on this kid. Even with Jabril Cox of last year, he dropped to the 4th round. Great steals, so it's not hurting you as far as where you picked him. 4th and 5th round, you got 2 steals 1 year before in Jabril Cox. Him dropping in the draft fell into your lap, and now you got a Damone Clark who was his teammate the next year, falling at the draft pick after him. So you got 2 really good possible linebackers that are young, and you didn't spend a lot of premium picks on them. Cowboys made out on that, so hopefully this dude can come back from his neck surgery. They said he may be able to play this season, maybe mid-season where you can see him. If that's the case, slowly work him in and see what he can do. But I like this pick about the Dallas Cowboys. You hate the injury. I didn't like that part of it. But as far as the talent and where you drafted him, possibly got another steal in that linebacker room, so we'll see. So without further ado, go check out the video, give it a like, give it a subscribe.